not necessarily the old world of, let's get out there, let's make phone calls, let's aggressively try to get people making their payments as quickly as possible. This is really a different world these days. Arrears is made up of 4 pillars: messaging, payments, integrations, and data and AI. And those 4 things really make up what our product is, and we're the only product in market to integrate and facilitate all of those processes from one cloud-based platform. Messaging is very interesting. 10 years ago, nobody thought about SMS as a means. Now you have SMS across marketing, you have SMS across all walks of life, and millennials being the new credit consumer and the leading credit consumer coming up are the ones that are, they're the ones that are today's consumer. So we're really seeing that, messaging and sitting behind a screen is where people are looking. So there's that, there's email, there's voice over internet, which is obviously helping with those traditional calls, and then there's the chatbots that we're super excited about. I mean, those chatbots provide us with an incredible amount of insight into how customers are behaving, prioritizing which customers of our clients are actually going to be repaying. And then Medina, I'd move back. So there's a number of things that we provide, and
like we own the entire communication workflow, right? And the channels as well. Now with that comes challenges, and I won't speak about it too much, but of course everyone in the audience and whoever's attending this from this different spaces has dealt with the 10DLC issue this year that we finally figured out and incorporated in our product as a process. And what do you have to say about that, like the way we did?
Oh well, 10DLC came in on the 1st of August. Everyone was prepared, but a little bit surprised once it came into effect how the processing and the application and approval works. I mean, you're paying your telco providers to actually process and approve those. So that's gone from like a regulated environment to sort of self-regulation. Right. There's been a number of challenges. I mean, there are companies out there that streamline it for you and charge you a lot of money to help onboard you into 10DLC. Right. There are self-service providers that allow you to do it through them, and it'll take up to 30 to 40 days to get a response. And really what we've looked at is what do our customers want? And our customers are very straightforward. We might have somebody in auto lending, we might have somebody in furniture leasing, property management. Those are very simple industries to get onto a messaging platform or onto 10DLC and approved. So, we've worked with our partners, our messaging partners, and our product manager, Gonzalo, who we're forever thankful for all his hard work, and Volver, our senior engineer, have developed a really nice way for our customers to go through the 10DLC application with a number of fast-paced links and a lot of intuitive, generative AI and building out the sequence of compliance for 10DLC, because we've really put in the time to help our customers do that. And doing that with AI is good, but it's still required a lot of our intervention to make sure that is the right process. And much like our contact center and when we build our sequencing, we really just try to streamline as much as we can for our customers, and it's all included in our platform. So there's no heading off to a third-party provider. It's part of that, self-service onboarding process.
Yeah, to conclude on that, I mean, what we've managed with 10DLC basically is not only the application on the platform, but also the education regarding it through the application. That's what I like best about our app, is that it actually just educates the customer regarding the 10DLC process and tells them exactly what is needed.
Yeah.
And I'll stop at that with that.
Well, I mean,
big discussion.
Going through the things that make up our fully integrated solution, payments is second to that. And I think you start with your messaging, you get into your payments, you get into how do you get your data in your system, and then what tools do we have supporting our customers and dealing with their clients or their debtors or their end users. Yeah. And moving through this, let's talk about our customers onboarding and becoming their own self-service merchants within our platform. We don't handle accounts on behalf of our customers. We provide you with the solution to do that all yourself. So it's been interesting to be able to build out those products with the end user in mind. Either that consumer or that business that owes that invoice. Some of the challenges that are faced when it comes to accounts receivable within companies. I mean, that's sort of a 10 to 15% of revenues generally sits at over 45 days overdue in a small business. Right. And then, once a collector picks up as a third party to manage those accounts, it becomes a real challenge because you're really fighting somebody who generally most people do have the intention to pay and they are wanting to pay, but that's where Arrears is really focused on helping our customers sort through those most likely to pay and then providing them with instant payment links to keep those resolutions coming in and revenue. So
exactly,
that's been a major part.
Yeah, exactly what you said. Like we spoke about the communication part, and that's providing visibility, and the payment portal. I that's one of my favorite parts of our platform because it's customizable in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, well, you've got your logo.
2-3 seconds, you put your logo, it gets the brand colors in. It's pretty much white labeled, and then the best part is that what you mentioned regarding customers wanting to pay, which means they want to be responsible for their payments. Most people do, and our payment portal allows our customers to and our end customers to avail discounts if they need to. Negotiations can be done. Payment plans, scheduling for later, like all those options are available and customizable for our clients to offer to their end customers, and that promotes a value of inclusivity, and the end user wants that inclusivity, right?
And it's all automated, so the recovery process when you're talking about negotiated offers is really great because, as we see with some of our third-party collection agencies, like it's incredible the amount of revenue that they prop up in the first 30 days just by having these facilities and that self-service approach where they can set the rules and go out and say that. So yeah, that's been super fun to sort of build that out, as well as sort of, getting away from just trying to sell the product, really talking about the privilege we've had to work with some of our collection agencies, and help shape the product over 2023 has got me very excited for things to come in 24. And like we mentioned, we went to the ACA, we exhibited, we had some fun, we got to know you all. That was really cool.
Absolutely, and like now that we're we have clients in different industries, and as I mentioned earlier, like it's been extremely collaborative. Next thing I would like to touch on a bit with you is the fun work that we're doing around integrations and the requirement of that in various industries.
Yeah, good point, Adi. Six CRMs or accounting packages make up 80% of the small business market. So we all know who they are, and we're really excited by the integrations that we've been able to put into the platform. You're supporting your messaging, you're supporting your payments, you're supporting your data getting in and out of the platform in live reporting or for all those ERPs. That's been great, and having the ability to have all these different platforms is helping us service different industries. I like the things we have planned for 2024. Obviously, we won't go too deep into that, but the specialized industries and having those specialized ERPs and CRMs available to our customers in 2024 is something I'm really looking forward to. I know that Addy's constantly banging on the door of our dev team trying to get things on the roadmap for his clients and his pipeline, but good things that are come. We're really excited by what we've got planned.
No, I'm definitely humbled because like the interest that we've seen in our first year, it's always been ahead of what we could cater to at that moment, and that's helped us like scale and grow like faster.
Keeps the pressure on, and then
keeps the pressure on.
Good people can handle pressure, and the more pressure you get, the stronger you become. And I think our whole team sort of bands together in those moments. We're very lucky to have a great team like that.
Exactly, and with the integrations, just to finish off, like I think that the new work that we're doing, which again I don't want to dive deep into because exciting things in 2024, but it's gonna take our automation even like 1 or like 10 steps ahead because it'll start even earlier.
Absolutely.
In the journey.
Yeah. On top of that sort of data and integration is how we actually sort the data for those customers as well. A lot of the challenges that financial operations have is they may have a payment system with one provider or whatever else. We can make up scenarios, but the truth is, what Arrears is really focused on is avoiding that swivel chair confusion. So where a bookkeeper and a financial operations manager can really collaborate and make sure that they're on top of everything, that live reporting, both between our product and their CRM is super important, and it's really showing up in strides for us.
Absolutely, and moving on from that, like data, it's really a data game, right? Data holds value, and the way it's presented and the way it's organized and the way your teams can view data just enhances performance in itself, and it helps you make those decisions, right? And Gonzalo again.
Oh yes, I hear right. Yes.
I gotta mention Gonzalo again. He's like one of our superstars, because I believe we truly have a superstar team in every department, and I'm really proud of it. So I'm not bragging, but I love working with everyone at Arrears.
Well, I mean, Gonzalo's created some incredible things, through to AI summarizers for people and agents managing collections accounts, through to companies with the ability to communicate through the chatbot, rate the conversations they're having, and then prioritize customers for the next day, and or have live agents convert from a chatbot through to a live person. Even the disputes mechanism, I think, that's built into those chatbots is incredible. Like the fact that you can say, I don't recognize this, it'll generate a link and send you the details.
Right.
Then going through to the thing where it'll say, well, if you don't agree to this, click here, and you can go through and dispute it. And that creates a really streamlined approach. I think we had a 55% response rate to our disputes, if I'm not wrong, looking at the analytics this morning, in the first 7 days. So that's a pretty high record for the amount of disputes that are going through across the customer base.
Absolutely, yeah.
Really exciting.
And they're really easy to answer to. And again, like what helps with resolution and conversation is that omni-channel contact center as well, where you're calling one thing, and then you're also like sending SMSs and emails through one contact center per account.
Yeah, like we were talking about with 10DLC, really automating a lot of that setup and that generative AI to make sure that people are putting in the right things when they're applying for their 10DLC. On top of that, we actually have generative AI supporting our sequencing and campaigns. So when if you start off on a campaign from day 1 through to day 90, those sequences can change, the tonality can change, and it's really about delivering the right message at the right time, in the right tone, through the right channel. And the system does learn that, and that's what I've been really impressed with from my experience in early days of just trying to digitalize things through to now, where it's like automating the whole process from just a digital standpoint with the latest technologies, and there's so much to come. It's great.
Right.
The AI side is a sexy word and it's thrown around a lot, but we were fortunate to begin building with AI in mind. So
and that's a good point you made. It's a sexy word. It's used by everyone, but at the same time, if it's incorporated smartly where needed, and you still have some manual processes and then automation all together as a combination. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's what we've been working on, creating this environment that enables everything and uses AI and automation where necessary, right? Like one of the use cases for me personally, a big one has been one of my clients. She has agents working with her in the US and then also in India, right?
Yep.
And it was hard for her administrative team to take a look at every account and see what's going on in terms of communication, payments, negotiations, discounts, and whatnot, right? And just to be able to use Gonzalo's summarizer, has been
macro
great.
And micro is a genius.
Yeah, exactly. Like our AI summarizer tool per account just gives you a complete summary of all activity that ever happened with that account, right? And so yeah, in that place, I love the fact that we've incorporated this AI summarizer there.
Yeah, no, it's been a great journey, and I think with what's to come, the privilege that we've had to have the customers that we have, and you getting to know everybody, each and every one of them, and me getting involved has been fantastic. And Daniel in customer service doing his thing, and the team in marketing, it's a roundabout. So it's been a great experience. So, I mean, I'm open to questions, but if there's anything we want to delve deeper into, let's do it.
I'm open to questions as well. I just want to say again, thank you. We've had a great year, and we're just so happy. But this is not to bandwagon, but we want to definitely say that our network and our clients have definitely helped us, with our vision as well. And at this point, we'll take any questions from your end regarding product or the space.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nori. All right. So I'm seeing some questions here. Does Arrears help me apply for 10DLC?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's the money shot in the product is our onboarding process. When we started building this, we really thought of what are the key players in the industry doing that we need to do better, and where are the areas that we can improve from the get-go. It's really easy to go out and say we're going to build a fully integrated solution, but how do we build a fully integrated solution with a self-service onboarding process? When you're pulling so many different points of data, you've got regulatory applications, you've got ID forms, it's an incredible sort of mix of things that you all have to put together and make the perfect recipe. But so the 10 DLC we do, and we have a bunch of generative AI based on your industry to make sure that you are doing the right things. On top of that, it's not necessarily, and I will just kind of touch on the compliance side, but it's not necessarily that you can just say, I'm going to say this and say something else. Our system will monitor and manage the fact that the messages you're approved to send are the ones you can send.
Exactly.
And there are instances where the messages can go, especially after the chatbot, into peer-to-peer conversations.
Right.
And that's a completely different scenario.
Right, yeah. Our contact center, that's different, and then our campaigns, again, for automation are different. And like Trent said, we make sure that what you submitted matches the campaigns.
We want you to stay messaging lifetime. I mean, the most important thing is volume of contacts against value of accounts, right? So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Another question comes in: does your product work for B2B invoices?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, and yeah, that's where all of our integrations also are really useful, right? What new features are you bringing to the market in 2024?
Oh well.
Yeah, how much of that do you want to answer, Trent?
I think what you can look at is kind of where do we sit primarily in messaging, payments, integrations, and AI. Data sorting and prioritizing models that score and create risk profiles on our customers is certainly something we've been working on for a long time. We have some beta customers coming. Some of you who are our beta customers getting access to that very soon, and we're really excited by how we can actually score accounts and try to create that efficiency. You know, our job is to get it from days overdue to zero, right? So scoring customers, creating more efficient models, and really taking that expert approach for accounts receivable and collections, but primarily accounts receivable we see as sort of the proactive rather than the reactive approach to collecting payments and ensuring that your accounts receivable are at the least amount of overdue days possible. And there are a number of reasons that they could be overdue, but what we really see is how do you rate your customers and create a better profile with, it could be even your invoice factoring company that you work with that will be more interested in lending you more money the quicker you can manage your AR.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, we have a lot more in store for next year, but we'll talk about that next year.
Sign up to the website,
keep in touch, and attend these webinars. But next question, we didn't cover that, guys, but someone's asking, can the payment portal accept ACH? So yes, and there's
we were talking about this earlier today.
It's nothing. It really is 30 cents what we're doing right now. And volume wise, we're always open.
I mean, ACH is a good one because 65%. I keep reading up these stats, but I think it was something like 65% of businesses still accept paper checks.
Right. Yeah, they do.
So
absolutely,
that's a digital paper check. It's a good way to manage your accounts and a good way to ensure that you can track payments lifetime.
Exactly, and then for accounts receivable, if you're passing through fees to your customer, then you want to accept ACH because you don't want to always make them pay card fees, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it makes
those
sense.
are going up.
Yeah, they are going up. Yeah. And then someone's asking, how did you build your AI?
Well,
what's the short answer for that?
The short answer is we looked at the processes, and this is something we always focus on at Arrears, is what are the complex or the overwhelming processes in financial services and financial operations that an operator undertakes. So that could be from first contact with a customer through to ensuring that they're receiving a payment link on the day, through to actually negotiating an offer or managing payment extensions, disputing an invoice. We looked at all of these different elements and then kind of put a rating on them and worked backwards from how can we ensure that when somebody's dealing with a chatbot, it gives them the right options. If that chatbot's prompting somebody to say, hey, if you want, we can actually extend this for 7 days if somebody hadn't responded, say 2 or 3 times. So it's really about building that intuitive side of it. But yeah, starting from the ground up, analyzing who does what in the financial operations aspect of a business or team and going from there.
Yeah, and one thing I have seen to make sure things are okay always with our team is that our innovative product roadmap and our innovative work is always ahead of what's live in production. So until we do a lot of testing with our AI and things like that, we never really release, experimental stuff live. So that's helped us, kind of perfect things as we, release them.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions?
Someone's asking, how does the AI support bot work? I think you sort of answered.
Yeah, I mean, we built it out as a chat bot. Initially, it was a debt collection chat bot. Now there's two versions where it's not acting as a collections agent. It's acting as both a collections agent and an AR agent, depending on the days of the account overdue and the status and the type of customer, whether it's external or internal collections. It does work across email and SMS, and there are opportunities if customers want to add meta platforms and other things as well.
Yeah,
we can manage the approval for.
Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all
great.
I see, and I think there's more questions regarding AI, but I think we'll have to do one with Gonzalo.
Yeah, I mean it's been a good 25 minutes, and we've appreciated all of you. I can't hear you, but thank you so much for thank you so much all for coming out, and we'll see you next time live and ready.
We'll see you next time, and
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone, and Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.